What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at second in form Morata. He is now the 87 striker. He's got an 82. He's got an 82 transfer, an 84. I think is that a team at a group stage, an 86 in form, and now we have an 87 second in form for Juve. Obviously, a nice link to Ronaldo, as you can see. We are going to go straight in and whack the engine on him, which I believe I should have plenty of. Thank you. So obviously, in terms of stat-wise, I feel like this one's going to be relatively good. I was surprised that engine was kind of like the better one in terms of the percent, because I feel like you could probably go with the Hunter and really max him out, but it does depend on where you want to go with him. Obviously, we're going to try the engine. If I'm not a big fan in the first game, I will go with the Hunter, because personally, for me, I don't know if they're trolling and people have just not bothered voting for Hunter. I feel like that personally for me is the better one, if anything, but we will have a look at this engine just to see. I may be trolled. You may be laughing at me right now, but we will have a look at Hunter at the end of it. So he's a 3-star skiller, 4-star weak foot, high, 6'3", with a right foot. Unfortunately, no traits on him, and obviously he is in the white top due to licensing issues. In terms of the engine then, if we were looking at the engine, you get 91 pace, 92 dribbling, and you also get 86 passing. And I feel like the reason why people are wanting engine more than anything, because he already has 91 finishing, 94 attacking position. I suppose Hunter doesn't really kind of like go up much more in terms of what you're going to get the output wise, but that balance and agility will definitely be saved with that +10 on the balance. He's going to be a little bit clunky. I can already feel that. Obviously, he's going to be almost a little bit, not necessarily worse, but in terms of like Harry Kane that we've just played with, he's going to be very similar. He's got the 3-star skills. He's a tall striker. Yes, he's a little bit quicker, so hopefully should have a little bit more about him. But in terms of shooting, dribbling, and all of that, these cards you can pretty much group together to not necessarily how they play, but what they're all very similar in. Obviously, the pace is normally below 90. I feel like Morata has definitely broke the mold a little bit with 86. But then you've got great shooting. Passing's decent enough. Dribbling is fantastic other than agility balance. Good strength. And then heading's nice. So it's going to be an interesting one. Let's just jump straight in and see if he can do anything. Into Morata. Well, if that doesn't sum him up, I don't know what does. Hopefully we can get a little bit better than that, because literally hitting air. Morata gets the header. Let's go, boys. First goal is Morata getting that head, and a little bit of a cheeky one, just a little bit of a sweat. But when you've got two opponents, you've kind of got to give what you get, basically, or take what you get. I think the abbreviation actually is. Nearly gets the ball over to Ronaldo as well. Honestly, he seems a lot quicker than I imagined. Try and find Morata again. He gets pushed in the back. Should have went down. Morata's going to play it into Maradona. We can see, we wanted to go for Morata on the other side. He's going to be offside for that goal, but he was definitely in the position to get that. Unfortunately, the AI in terms of passing did not want him to get that goal. Can we get through, referee? He's just going to keep doing it. He's got a red card, so I can imagine he probably will leave. What's Morata saying in terms of free kicks before we do leave? Okay. I suppose let's go for a power one. Let's see if we can get something. Go right in the corner. See if that goes. Greened. Nah, no. Should have went up and over, but unfortunately, he doesn't have that possession. Nearly getting it back as well. That's the first time I've ever seen the keeper attack the player like that. Morata in and over the top. It's a great touch, but unfortunately, Roberto Carlos is going to take it away and disposes of it pretty easily, to be honest. We see Morata in the middle. Maradona's going to try and hit him, but doesn't get him. Again, AI is just not going to where I want it. We find Morata through. Can we get any pace on him? Go with the chip for the keeper. See you later. Finishing is absolutely fantastic for Morata. Oh, this should be an easy one. We see the keeper coming out already. Little dink. Wow. Okay, I expected it to be a little bit better than that. That's going to be offside. Morata. Finesse. Ooh, nearly. Very, very rush sort of shooting, but I thought, you know what, you got to give him an attempt. His defender is coming across. See if we can get that little standing finesse going. Morata over to Maradona. He's going to outbeat a little bit of Nedved. We're going to see that. That's going to be an easy one. Can we get it back to him? No, we cannot. Cantona trying his best. But unfortunately, the defenders just managed to do enough to take it away from him and stop him getting his hat-trick. Morata, hat-trick, hero in his first match. That shows you exactly what you can do with him, but obviously against certain opponents. Morata taking the ball off. We've got a bit of Smalling keeping with him. Cantona's going to take it. We don't want him going back into the centre. A little bit of left stick dribbling from him. Lovely. We see Cantona in, but it didn't want to go with the same person. Obviously, dribbling with Morata is just not a thing. Morata. Oh, that's a great finish. I mean, great touch and then great finish. Into Morata, and it's just a little bit of a sweat from big boy Maradona, and we get his 4th goal of the expedition. Morata, beautiful. Look at that. Gets over the top of him, gets the little bit of a volley. Don't know how that animation even makes sense because the ball's coming across him, but hey, we get another goal with him. Morata into CR7. We're going to see Morata again. I feel like he probably knows where we're going at this point. Smalling's going to absolutely take him though. Into Morata, and it's rolled in for his 2nd hat-trick. He's doing well. Literally, when I use a player that not necessarily shouldn't be good, but shouldn't be scoring 6 goals in 2 games, they always do. Zapata last year, I think, scored 7 goals in 1 game against a really good opponent, as we get our 4th goal for Morata. Oh, Morata, little bit of skill, gets the finish. 8, what is it? No, that's, we've got 2 hat-tricks, 6, 7, 8 goals in 2 games. You love to see it, honestly. And this guy's got a very, very good team, as you can see. 90 Smalling, Eto'o, Essien, Ballack, some very, very good players, and none of them are loan. Morata again. He's going to try and chip the keeper for his 2nd hat-trick in the game. 6 goals, 6 Morata. So if we do go into the overall for Morata then, he is coming in at 56k. Really, really not that expensive. And honestly, I feel like the 2 teams that I played against made him look good. And the worst thing is, they were really good teams. Like, they were practically full icon teams. Very few loans. I was expecting Morata to really struggle. He managed to get 8 goals in literally 2 matches, and I feel like he could have got more if I really tried on that 2nd match. But after 6 goals, we've seen it all. But I do think as well, chemistry style wise, that engine definitely worked. The balance was so much better. Rather than getting that massive pace and shooting boost, I feel like it was much more beneficial to get agility and balance up. And I didn't really, I kind of looked at the card before doing it, but I didn't notice that the balance was at 67. That definitely needed an increase. And then obviously the passing is just a nice little side bonus from it. But I feel like the pace and the dribbling definitely benefited the most out of it. Overall, he's a nice striker. He's very much like a Harry Kane. He's a little bit quicker than Kane, obviously, and I did notice a little bit of a difference there. 3-star skills, again, it's kind of what you use him for. It depends on how you're using him. Just maybe a little bit of slight left stick dribbling worked, but not too much, because obviously he's not necessarily still the most agile player, but he can somewhat get past people. Lovely finish on him. Passing's really nice. Strength and heading's decent as well. First goal was a header, obviously. And overall, he's just kind of a fun player. He's going to be objectives, he's going to be fodder, and he's going to be someone to link to Ronaldo. That's probably his main kind of attribute. But in terms of where I'm kind of going to go put him, I feel like for me, he's probably more like an 8.1 out of 10. He's had a very weird and wonderful career. Real Madrid to Juve, back to Real Madrid. I think he was loaned from Real Madrid, then to Chelsea, Real Madrid, Chelsea again, Atletico, and then back to Juventus. It's just crazy, the teams that he's been at. And obviously, he's done pretty well. He's managed to get a few informs and a team at a group stage this year. Obviously, last year, he kind of had a little bit of a stale kind of year. And hopefully, who knows, we see a team of the season. He might not be too bad. I feel like team of the season has the opportunity to make not necessarily cards meta, but make them actually really fun and usable by putting them up to like a 95, 94. It's just interesting to see we get like a 90 pace Morata, 98 shooting or something stupid like that, gets a nice little agility balance boost, and you can have some fun with the Team of the Seasons. So overall, like I say, 8.2 is what I'm giving him. I feel like he's got a chance to go up again, and hopefully by +3, because we could get a Morata in the 90 club, and who knows? We'll see what he's like. He's going to be a cheap one at the very least, seeing as though his 87 is coming in at 56k. He's a fun player to play with, but he ain't going in no FUT Champs teams. Let me know down below what you think about Morata. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace, people.